What's up, guys? Welcome back to another UCL two-game preview. Hope you guys had a good EPO weekend. I know Charlie did.
Yes,
And
sir.
a bunch of our members crushing all this weekend in golf and soccer. So let's keep it going for this exciting two-game UCL slate. So first, we got the odds for Man City, -333 favorites over Atletico. Reminder, this is the first leg. In this team, it would be De Bruyne and Mahrez splitting with maybe a little pinch of Foden. And then for Atleti, it should just be DePaul. Maybe Griezmann hops on a corner, maybe Lodi, but Atletico or Atletico. Benfica, Liverpool -278. This team for Benfica, we saw that this could be kind of messy. Grimaldo should have something.
Yeah.
And then Mario or Everton could also get a sliver of something. So see how that goes. And then Liverpool are Trent, Alexander-Arnold, and Robertson splitting. Prices. Man City are the slight favorites at home, but they're playing against a tougher opponent. But I'm sure one of the first forwards you're just plugging in is Mahrez.
Yep.
Rested him.
Yeah.
Just for this, been the Champions League killer, other than last game. Champions League killer. So, first guy in the lineup, if I'm playing like 150, he's probably in like 140 type deal. And then I think the next decision you make is whether you want to play Salah. GPP, for sure, you're playing some. Cash, I don't know.
You talk about UCL killer. I mean, that's very similar numbers to Mahrez there.
Right, but he has way less of a floor. You're hoping you need a goal from Salah or else.
I mean, you say that. He had 8 floor last game against Inter. They're playing Benfica, who's not a strong opponent. I don't think he's that crazy at all.
Well, you could get 8 from Mane, right?
Yeah, that is true.
So Foden's been really tilting recently, especially at striker. If we see like, I don't know, Jesus or something, and Foden's on the left, then I would like Foden a little bit more, but I don't know if his upside is there. Even if you do see
Jesus, you don't know if Foden's going to be necessarily out wide because they've done Jesus out wide and Foden in the middle before too. They're just very fluid, I'd say.
And I don't know if Foden's had the upside to be worth recently. He just keeps getting 9, 10. That's not good enough. Yeah. The guy who has showed upside is Raheem Sterling, who we're seeing is in over Grealish on FOTMOP here. So I'd be interested in Sterling. I mean, his floor is the lowest of them all, but his ceiling is probably the second highest, and he's cheap. You like him?
Yeah, I don't know about him being the second highest ceiling. I'd argue even Mahrez is
on City.
I'd still argue Mahrez got a higher ceiling and floor. But I'd still pair him with Mahrez though.
Yeah, I wouldn't just go Sterling on an island, not in a two-gamer. Next, we see Diaz and Mane on Liverpool. They both have pretty good floors, especially when they've played together. Mane's been shooting a ton when he plays shot striker. Yeah. So I don't mind Mane. I don't mind Diaz. I don't think you play them in cash, though. I think you go one City guy and probably have to punt at forward. But GPP, Diaz and Mane, just fine. This guy next is, I can't even say his name. I can't do it. I'm sure you'll play him though, right?
Actually, no. I think it's really an attacker roulette day. There's like probably 7 or 8 really good forward options, and I think he's probably the lowest of those and the least likely to score.
Yeah, I mean, seriously, Bernardo upwards. I mean, all of these guys are like good. Like they're all in play. They're not like, wow, I'm just crossing this guy off in GPP. None of these guys you can just cross off. So we keep going. Next, you got Griezmann, GPP, sure. Felix has been on fire if you want to play him too. Nunez got them here. I don't know if I want to play him. Maybe just in a one-off Benfica stack, sure. Luis Suarez, he's cheap. Not in projected, though. We'll see if he plays. Rafa, I mean, he's kind of interesting. 5,200 takes up a forward slot. Thiago, your boy, you could play him at forward.
It just goes against my whole belief system to play Thiago in a forward slot.
You don't like playing a sitting midfielder in your forward slot.
No.
I seriously think people are going to do that.
I mean, people
It
might.
worked.
I
It
won't.
always works when you have to play him in this spot.
I mean, there's so many forwards though on this day. I could just go Salah, Mahrez, De Bruyne, and just punt the rest of my field, and I'd be content.
More content than playing Thiago.
Yes.
All right. Yaremchuk is supposed to play. I don't know. I won't play him. The two interesting guys, if they do play, are Everton. If you don't see João Mario, I like Everton a lot. You'll take his 60 minutes.
I do too. Or 1.5 even.
Or a half for 4,100 just to take up a forward slot or to wrapped. Both these guys are not playing 90. One of them could maybe split if they play. But yeah, you're just hoping for one of them at that point. Midfielder, don't need to talk about one of these guys. De Bruyne's, just play him. Don't get cute. And then Gundogan's not supposed to play. We'll see if Grealish plays. He's always going to keep baiting people now because not Aston Villa Grealish. He's Man City Grealish with a ceiling of 5.
He's cheap every game.
He's not getting fouled 10 times every time to get his guaranteed floor of 10. So it's tough. Lamar was tilting on the weekend. I'll pass.
Yeah.
DePaul has Monopoly most likely, but Monopoly of what? 2 corners against Man City at 5K.
Half of them short.
Yep. So you don't want to do that. Carrasco's suspended. I don't know why he's not ruled out, but he's suspended. We'll see if maybe, somehow Trent doesn't start and it's Milner right back. That'd be sick, right?
Yeah.
Rodri's always worth a punt in GPP. 4,300 is a little much more than I'd like. Same with Henderson. Kondogbia always gets you dumb points. Marcos Llorente. So this is what we were talking about before we started recording, but the 2 cheap midfielders of Llorente and Fabinho, you could either choose one or two. Who do you like more?
I said it largely depends on where we see Llorente line up. If he's in central midfield, I'm not as interested. If he's at right wing back, I can be a lot more swayed to play him. I think I might just like Fabinho, though, no matter where he plays. It's because he's cheaper and on a bigger favorite.
Yeah, in this case. You see Llorente in Versalco or something. Llorente's at center mid, and you're just hoping for tackles or a goal on the counter or something. But we do know he's a Champions League killer. And then we saw also João Mario. If you don't see Everton in, maybe he splits 3,300. Yeah. You could do worse. Mm-hmm. I'd rather pick guys against Liverpool than guys against Man City, though. That's just me.
Yes, I agree.
And Fabinho, I mean, I'll probably play it like in cash. I think you just take the 5 that you're gonna get from Fabinho. Maybe he gets a header, or maybe
Salah gets subbed, and then they get a penalty.
Yeah, we saw it happen. It's not crazy. So that would be the bailout of the bailout right there. So maybe defender. It's hard to play both Trenton Robertson or even Cancelo in this case if you want to include him. But who do you like the most, and how do you rank the top 3?
I mean, Trent's coming back from injury, so I'm slightly scared of him. Robertson, I think, is my favorite just for the price drop-off alone even. Cancelo, I'm not really considering just because he doesn't have, a floor at all, and you're just hoping for a goal.
He was, pathetic against Burnley and still got 11, so I don't know. Maybe. I don't think I can stomach a Cancelo slate again, just picking him when other guys who are cheaper go off and he doesn't. But, yeah, Trent's coming off a hamstring injury. Those are always scary, right? So 8,200, he could just sink your lineup if he gets re-injured. But, yeah, I like Robertson. I'll probably try and squeeze both him and Trent in. But if I'm not, there's Grimaldo here. We know his role. He should have something, most of the sets. So I don't hate him. He's been good, too.
Yeah. Zinchenko, I don't mind either.
if Zinchenko's actually playing, I'm sure you could make an argument for him
Yeah.
because Kyle Walker's suspended. So I would assume he plays, or they just play John Stones right back or something weird like that. In which he's 3,900. I know you hate John Stones at right back, but he's pretty much an inverted center back at right back.
Yeah, I like him when he's 2,500, not 4K practically.
Yeah, so Lodi, Gilberto, probably not playing them. Stones, I'm sure people will go to just because biggest favorite cheap right back if it's not Zinchenko at left back or something. VVD if you want a CB punt goal. If you see this Gonçalves guy, he took a corner last game. If you're all about that, if he plays.
And gets a corner.
Yeah. Versalco, if he plays now, 3,400. Now we're talking a little bit.
That's not bad.
It's pretty much Marcos Llorente, but in a defender slot.
Yep.
So I don't mind Versalco. If Joe Gomez were to somehow start over Trent at 3,100, he'd be like the first guy in.
Yeah.
He was so good though.
He looked like Trent.
He did. And yeah, that's about it. So I think you just make a decision what pay-ups you're going at defender. Goalkeeper, my favorite. I had my goalkeeper concede 4 at home to Brentford in Premier League. So I can't wait to see what's in store for tomorrow. Who are you going with since you're probably better at goalkeeper than me?
I think Vlacho's in play just because he's gotten there, I think, like every UCL game so far, except for No, he's literally gotten there every UCL game. It was one game I saw he didn't. But I for cash, I think he's very, 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 or going to be very, very, very popular. And then if you're not going him, I think you just go Ederson because Man City just seem to be the kings of winning 1 or 2 or 3-0 every game. And you take that, you'll get a 10.
I think in terms of upside, I rank them Vlachodimos, Ederson, Allison, Oblak. But in terms of like security, you're probably Ederson's the most secure. It's just hard. It's hard. Salary is a problem here, so that's why Vlachodimos is probably going to be the most popular. If I had to take a guess.
Yeah, for GPP, I think Allison might be okay in that if somehow Atletico score and Man City score, he's probably got the most chance to get saves plus a win rather than saves or.
Yeah, Atletico have been better recently. So, I mean, if you don't play Ederson and you see he gives up a goal, you're dancing. So,
yeah.
We'll see. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Follow us in the description. Got another video coming tomorrow. Hopefully you guys enjoy that. Feel free to like and comment. We're going to keep on crushing these slates. MLB and the Masters on Thursday. An exciting week ahead. We'll see you tomorrow. Peace.